Hey, sports fans. Greg Ned from Medford Knife. What's going on? You know, I had one of the funny things happens. It happens to me every now and then. And I guess some people are like super Billy badass. Everybody seems like they're really tough on the internet. And I gotta kind of back it up everywhere I go. So I kind of roll the way I have. This is the way I am. Like, I'm this way in real life. Those of you who know me know this. So I got another one of these. Hey, is this a real knife? And it's a knockoff. And you can see the thing from 20 feet across the room. Like, oh, that's a knockoff. So the guy sends me pictures and wants authentication. I've already spent this time. Now, most companies don't authenticate fakes. They ignore anything that's not customer service and just move on with life. And then garage makers don't have to deal with it quite the same way usually. I've got to deal with it. I'm kind of a tweener. So I look at the pictures. I read his comments. Big litany of all, please validate. And then I write, knockoff, $29 knockoff. Sorry. That's it. Then the guy says, well, the guy who gave it to me is a multimillionaire, so it's hard to believe it's a fake. Can you tell me why it's a fake? And at that point, I'm fucking done. I'm like, listen, man, you got the owner of the company. Now, a normal person goes, oh, fuck, shit, sorry to bug you, Greg. Like, a normal grown-up says, oh, sorry, president of a company trying to hustle and make ends meet. And I see the picture, and he's in his tack gear and on his thing, and he's got a dog with him, so maybe he's a cop, and cops are no pressing time. They do everything, and when they're off duty, they figure everyone else is off duty. I guess we should just take all the time in the world. Love cops, no poison on cops, but sometimes it's a little bit of an entitled lot. No problem. I deal with it all the time, really gracefully. But sometimes, I just had a toolbox break the front break off of it. I had a weird thing happen. I had some other stuff going. What's up, Jeff? No, come on. You're already in the video. Come on. Come on. Here he comes. Come on, Jeff.
I just want to give you this card.
Who's this?
That was somebody from SHOT Show.
West Coast PVD.
You straightened everybody out?
Well, I'm telling everybody the anecdote of the guy who, telling him it was a fake was not enough. He wanted me to educate him why it's a fake. I'm like, come on, man, don't ask me to spend more time on this knife. It's already a knockoff intellectual property. What do most people do at that point? Most people. You find out it's a fake. The head of the company is on in 2 seconds, responds to you, says it's a fake. Right. What do you do? What do most people do?
You cut your losses, and better yet, you go buy a real one.
They say, you know what most people do? Oh my God, sorry to waste your time. Thanks for reaching out. Yeah. They don't go, well, I have a hard time believing it. Like I'm fucking making it up. I'm like, it's a real thing. Nah, it's a fake. He's like, well, my millionaire friend, he wouldn't get caught giving me a phony. And I go, well, he's either not a millionaire or he's not your friend.
Right, or he wasn't expecting to get caught.
Right. Anyway, so that's what I dealt with. So I said, hey, come on, man, don't ask me to spend more time explaining it. If you want, look it up. There's pictures of them online. There's plenty of information. And he goes, really? That's your response? And then I was going to sell this thing and get some low-end Medfords. And I go back and go, hey, man, we don't make any low-end Medfords. Wrong company, wrong product. Then he kind of sips back at me, and then I go, and then I go, fuck off.
Yeah.
And I hit send.
Where's the chocolate? I need chocolate.
I got no chocolate in here. How you doing?
Good.
Are you out of here?
The kids.
All right. And you going home afterwards?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be home. I won't be long.
You tell them.
Anyway, I didn't blow my gasket. I was totally cool, but I was like, fuck off, man. Like, the guy's like, well, I'm going to sell the knockoff because it's a $29 knife. I'm going to sell the knockoff so that I could buy some lower-end Medfords. I'm like, what fucking planet are you on, man? I'm in the fucking $29. I'm going to sell this so I can buy some low... And he said, I'm going to sell this so I could buy some low-end Medfords. My fucking head almost exploded. Like, that dude's so fucking far off my reservation. I mean, he didn't even know what Pocahontas looks like. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to sell my knockoff so I can buy some... I was going to sell my knockoff and use the money to buy some low-end Medfords. He was going to sell a $29 knife and he was going to buy some what a lowbrow, low-class, chintzy motherfucker, man. I can't even believe it. Anyways, it's no collusion +5, and I'm feeling good. This guy's fella's feeling pretty fun. How are you guys doing? I mean, the dude fucking said that to me. I couldn't believe it. And then he got righteous and holier thou. And then there's this picture of him standing like fucking tactical with his shepherd dog. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, limp dick? Jesus Christ. Well, look, I got 50 of you on there. Happy fucking Wednesday. It's post-collusion, different Trump reality. And then apparently it's really, there's black privilege in this country. You can do nothing, be prosecuted for 2 years over it, almost 3 years, be persecuted for prosecution with the entire weight of the federal government for over 2 years with no evidence whatsoever. And the only crimes are people who get tripped up after 12 interviews not quite telling the truth or disclosing stuff technically at the wrong time. That's the only thing they got after all that. They got their raping boots on, and all they did is kiss someone's earlobe. I mean, are you kidding me? And then this Jesse Smollett lies about a hate crime, get caught red fucking handed. He's colluding with people the whole fucking 9 yards. And in Chicagoland, former President Obama, Osama Obama and his wife, the mama, they called up their friends and meddled and obstructed justice. It is fucking clear as day. It happened right out in front of everybody, and nobody is saying anything. These people had their raping boots on for 2.5 years and couldn't get a kiss from anybody. That would be the Mueller team and the Democrats. They've had their raping boots on for over 2 years. They're saying now $40 million is the true cost. $40 million. And you don't just lose the $40 million you wasted. You lose what could have been done with the $40 million. That's a double. That's a double whammy. It's like taking $40 million instead of helping children and lighting it on fire. Then cramming it all into a big jagged diamond and shoving it up our ass. Anyway, this guy was a douche canoe. All I did is I answered his question, and then he wanted more. And then he said, well, my friend's a multimillionaire. I have a hard time believing he would send me a fake. Tell me why it's a fake. I'm like, dude, please don't ask me to waste time on this. He's like, really? I was going to sell this $29 knife and reallocate my wealth into low-end Medford knives. I was like, fuck off. I haven't told a customer to fuck off in probably a year. This is all true. Both scenarios are just as fucktarded as the rest. All right, listen, we have our Centurion event coming up, April 5, 6, and 7. I'm hosting dinner at my house. We got lots of cool stuff going on. I think there's one spot still open. If anybody's interested in a Centurion spot, come on out, come here. You get a knife, red carpet presentation of a knife, private tour. We do a reception with hors d'oeuvres and drinks and live music, and then big range day, all on me. Never heard of your knife. Friends said I should watch this video. What makes your knife special? Anyways, down to support a small business. Well, Joshua Rivera, go to medfordknife.com, go to medforduniversity.com. You can read and find out all about it. I'm not going to spell it all out because I put all the work into producing it, and it's good material. Anyways, come to the Centurion event. It's totally fun. And reach out. You can call Amy at the shop, 623-249-4506. 623-249-4506. Find out about the Centurion event. After the full range day, dinner at my house. I cook some of the country's best steaks. Some of the best steaks people will ever eat will you have with me. And then we'll carpool over to the Monkey Muster on the other side of town. Say hi to Brady Miller out there at Monkey Edge, Monkey Depot. And one of our dealers and a big supporter in the collector and knife community, big mover in the knife collector and manufacturing community. What else happened? I had a dude, good knife maker, Just a solid knife maker in his 3rd week of training. Making good knives. He just fucking walked off the job at 9:15 yesterday. He was like, walked by me like he was going to the bathroom. I'm like, hey, Josh. He's like, hey, man. Hey. He just walked out. I walked out. I looked over at his work spot. It's perfectly clean and everything at right angles. I said to the guys, like, hey, where's Josh? I just saw him. They said, oh, he's in the bathroom. And as I go walk up front back to my office, somebody goes, hey, Josh just walked out. And I go, what? So a new guy just walked out. I mean, he's making good numbers. He's making good knives. The room's hitting all of its numbers. No crazy overtime, which they get paid for. Nothing. Everything's smooth. Everything is as smooth as a virgin on prom night. And he just walked off the fucking job, making it super cool. And he was a good knife maker and had a good temperament for it. Really easygoing. Now maybe inside he was raging, but on the outside, we only heard him. He only said like 6 words. Leon, I like fucking crack addiction. Once you buy one, you can. Leon, thank you. I'm glad to be your dealer. You know, I was just saying the other day, I haven't ranted in a while, so I'm going to fucking rant a little bit. I was just saying the other day, nothing's fucking rock and roll anymore. What happened? What happened? We used to be fucking cool. America was cool. You know why? Because we broke the rules. We were fucking rock and roll. Our girls wore string bikinis with their titties hanging out and shit happened. We had premarital sex. What happened? Rock and roll was awesome. It was like, fuck the man. I'm going to wear pants with no underwear. You're going to see the outline of my donk. And I'm going to sing rock and roll on stage and fucking smoke some weed, do some drugs, OD every now and then. The rich rock and roll guys are all dropping dead. The other ones are all burnout has-beens. Everyone's sold out to the man trying to make money. I get it. Nothing's fucking rock and roll. So I was talking to my daughter the other day. She says to me, she says, Pops, she goes, I was thinking, you know, like, how could you be a lawyer and let innocent people go free? And I'm like, oh, listen. I said, hey, I hear you, sweetheart. I go, let me ask you a question. What do you think people go to jail for the most? And she says, drugs. And I go, absolutely drugs. And I go, do you think anyone ever asked us if we wanted drugs to be legal or illegal? Now, you guys know I'm a squeaky clean former Marine. I don't smoke pot. I don't do any drugs. I smoked a little pot years ago, but it's not my thing. So my daughter says to me, she goes, well, what about drugs? I go, okay, let me ask you a question. I go, well, there's been millions of people thrown in jail for marijuana, right? She said, yeah. I go, now half the states are in the marijuana business. I go, so was that all a ruse? Was that all a joke? And she kind of looked at me. I go, so, the guy's a drug dealer. We should throw him in jail, right? She's like, well, yeah. I go, well, maybe not. I told her, I said, maybe drug dealers, they're like people who smoke. I don't smoke either. I'm not into smoke. I don't like being around smoking. I have friends who smoke. I love them. I wish they didn't smoke. Smoking is rock and roll. There is nothing positive about smoking ever, anytime, at all. Zero. There's nothing positive about it. And people still like, and you're going to fuck me, kick me out of the building? Okay, I'll go outside and smoke. Oh, you got to make me 30 feet away from the door? That's cool, I'll smoke. Oh, you're going to make my car worth less when I go to sell it? Fuck it, man, I'm going to smoke. Oh, I can't smoke in an airplane? Well, when I fucking land, I'm going to smoke. You're going to make a smoking room because I'm going to go fucking shitty if you don't let me smoke. I think it's so funny. I think smoking is rock and roll. There's nothing positive, and it's fuck you to the man. And drug dealers, I'm sorry. If you've got someone who's dying from drug abuse, I've dealt with drug addiction like everybody else. Like, the drugs around extended people and I have friends and all of that. I've lost friends to overdoses, yada, yada, yada. Drugs are awful, bad, yeah. My mom told me that too. So is jumping off a fucking bridge without a helmet because your friend told you to. Anyway, I'm just saying out loud, oh, let's see what's happened. Maybe this is the guy complaining. Medford Night, this is Greg.
Hi, this is Brittany. We have been trying to reach you regarding your car's warranty.
Oh, my car's warranty. Thanks, Brittany. So, I said, look, there's nobody fucking rock and roll anymore. And I'll tell you something. Drug dealers, you know what they're doing? Like, if I smoked pot right now, if I was into smoking weed, I wouldn't go to one of the fucking state-sponsored legal drug shops. Fuck the fucking state, fuck the government taking money, fuck the taxes for their bullshit programs, fuck them. I would go buy weed from a dealer and pay no tax. I'm sorry. Now, I do legal business because I have to, and I don't want to go to jail because I'm a calculating guy. All I'm saying is the only people left that are rock and roll are fucking smokers and drug dealers. Everybody else is fucking sold out to the man. My daughter looked at me and she goes, oh my God, Pops. I go, we made all this stuff up. What if heroin was legal? If heroin was legal, it'd be cheap. If it was cheap, nobody'd need to break into your house to steal, to go do heroin. She kind of looked at me. And I go, and what difference would it make? On the fence about Medford. Every mall is just slightly off from what I find ideal in a knife to the price. Besides, I'm going to use shit, if you sold it to TFF, Alex, you can't please everybody all the time, can you? But I appreciate you fanning into my shit show today. So, I says to the daughter, I says, it's my bag. I says, it's my danger field. So I says to her, I told her, I said, look, I go, the government has decided people are criminals, and I go, there's only 3 reasons we throw people in jail. We throw them in for reform. Bullshit doesn't happen. We throw them in to scare them from breaking the law. The only people who don't break the law are people who weren't going to probably break it anyways. Nobody goes, ooh, I better not rob a bank. I'm going to get in trouble and go to jail. Most people aren't calculating like that. And the third is revenge. And quite frankly, I don't want my government in the revenge business. So I said to and the thing is, this is all business now. We throw people in jail. We find them into a hole they can't ever get out of. We get them in prison. We charge the state for these private prisons and federal prisons and all this people. And we've made our citizens by the millions criminals for being nugget heads. They're just nugget heads. Because the moms of America and the kids who couldn't get pussy in high school are fucking in charge. And the pussies of the world rule. And the rest of us, who are knuckle-dragging motherfuckers who get it done, we gotta listen to their stupid fucking rules. I just had it. Anyway, I was just feeling a little counter-culture hostility. Fucking Democrats and the goddamn Republicans telling me how to live. I feel like Tommy Boyd is making me dead. So my daughter says to me, she goes, geez, I go, listen, we get it wrong all the time. I said, I'm telling you, I said, Roxanne, you have heard and you have seen this. You have seen going to getting a passport. You have seen dealing with the post office. You have seen our friends and some of their kids who've gotten in trouble with the law and how justice is dispensed. They're good at nothing. How are they in charge? They're horrible at everything. I said, so do we want to let them be in charge of healthcare and justice too? I go, they can't even have an election without it turning into a shit show. All right, guys, that's my Wednesday rant. I have tooling to finish designing for some new stuff that I'm making. So I'm developing the tooling for that. And then I need to go over and I need to inspect about 100 knives. And then I got to take a walk through the factory and close it all down and make sure nobody's cut off a finger and left it on the floor. So there's all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of stuff swirling around in my head. And I said to my daughter, I said, you know, we make up all these rules and none of us voted on it. Our representatives made up these kooky rules and then they bust us all, and it's all for our safety. They're helping us out, and it all seems reasonable. And guys like me, we're done with the fucking rules. I am so done with the rules. I'm so done with people telling me how it ought to be for our safety so we can all get along. Well, if you're done with it too, join the revolution. MedfordKnife.com, Medford University. Check it out. There's lots going on, not the least of which is me entertaining you with my mad thoughts. Unscripted. I'm out!